friends, it's Margaret, and it's time for a book haul. I've got quite a few books to haul because we did some shopping for ourselves, some other people did some shopping for us, and then of course we have our book box books, which I'll get to at some point. We're gonna go in random order. I don't know. Who knows? Just a note, I probably will not be doing monthly hauls. So I'm probably going to do like every couple of months when I feel like I have a large number of books, because I think I've discussed this in the past, but I just don't buy a lot of books. Like, I'm not always out there getting new releases. Usually I'm skimming the thrift store for books that I know I already want. Typically, when a book that I don't own makes it onto my shelves, usually it's because I've read it and I've enjoyed it. So I feel like that's like 90% of the case with most of these, or it's from an author that I know I already like and I've already enjoyed their books. So I don't typically buy a lot of books from month to month. However, you know, Christmas is an exception. So it'll probably be every couple of months that I will be doing hauls. So like I'll have January and February and maybe March all in one haul. Maybe I'll do it by quarters or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it every couple of months so that like December can be its own thing, just in case like people decide that they're gonna start getting me books. I got a gift card from my brother, but like 0 books from my family. So while technically some of these books are from my brother, he did not pick them out. I did that myself. So the first like ones I'm gonna start out with is we're gonna talk about the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series. I actually vastly prefer these gorgeous original covers. I know that is a highly unpopular opinion, but I love the way that they have these primary colors, and then I love, hold on, let me get these lined up properly. I love how the spines look, how bold. Like, I love this whole like black with just another color thing that's going on. It's such a fantastic aesthetic. Like, and it's primary colors, and like as an artist, I love that. So anyways, I have read the first 2 and absolutely adored them. Like, I finished Daughter of Smoke and Bone and almost immediately jumped into the audiobook of Days of Blood and Starlight. That never happens anymore. I don't really, I mean, it's been happening the last couple months more than usual, but I don't really usually go from one book in a series to another book in the series unless I'm planning on doing that. I haven't gotten to Dreams of God and Monsters though, but I have a feeling that I am going to love this as much, if not more, than the Strange the Dreamer duology, because I feel like I might be more okay with where Akiva and Karu end up. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I'm so happy that I finally, like, it was really funny because I already had Days of Blood and Starlight, because I got it back very shortly after it came out in, did this come out in 2012? Because I got this, yeah, this came out in 2012. I got this the same time I got Cinder. And as you can tell, my copy of Cinder has the edges are they're a little yellow because it's a little bit old and it kind of sat in a box for a while, but I still love it, even if it is not quite as nice as my copy of Scarlet. That's fine, it's fine. Anyways, so I had a copy of Days of Blood and Starlight that I picked up, and so I was like, well, I'd like to get these 2 so they can match my copy, and it turns out it was cheaper to get all 3 of them at once than it was to purchase these 2 separately, because they wanted as much for this, or at least Amazon wanted as much for Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I know what this series is. They wanted as much for this as it was for the entire trilogy, so $30. And I was just like, seriously? I'll just find someone who needs Days of Blood and Starlight. Speaking of which, if you're in the US and you're collecting these particular series and you for some reason don't have a copy of Days of Blood and Starlight, I have a copy of it somewhere in this mess. It does still have this sticker on it from Books A Million, so I will probably try and have to get that off for you, but I have it if you want it for your shelves. Let's see, let's do it this way. Yeah, that works real well. Okay, anyways, alright, so going from there, I think we're going to talk about some of the book box books that I got. So this first one I technically got in December, or no, November, but I didn't unbox it until December because I was having to go through footage to make room for that unboxing, and that is the Illumicrate edition of The Cruel Prince. There will be an unboxing of that box up on my channel at some point as I get caught up on my unboxings. You'll notice I just kind of stopped my LitJoy Crate unboxings after July, and that's because they're just sitting on my camera. Anyways, I love this, and I cannot wait to see what they decide to do for the others. I have not put the covers that they included on this guy just yet, but hold on, let me show you. I'm not going to show you all of them. If you want to see all of them, you'll have to wait for my unboxing. There's a subscribe button if you are not subscribed to the channel. But hold on. Oh my gosh, these are such a pain. No, don't do that. This is the NEWME like Curl Prince dust jacket, and I love it. The only thing I don't love about this is it doesn't have the scoring that some of the other companies I've seen put, like, I think I've seen almost everyone else put that in. Like, look at Jude being a bat. I love Jude so much. She and Carden are just, like, my favorite idiots. They are my favorite idiots. Anyways, so I am probably going to put that on this one instead of, like, actually getting there's, like, a UK version that fits the covers that NEWME sent out. And I am probably not going to bother, like, why. I just will have a pretty thing underneath, because I don't need 4 sets of the Curl Prince series. I really don't. I really don't. But I love this. Look at this. It has, like, this book plate in it, and it's got sprayed edges. I love me some sprayed edges. They add some color to the bookshelf, and they're fun to use. And then it's so much fun. It's so much fun to get special editions for me. Like, I don't get them for every book, but, like, the ones that I really, truly love, I will get them. And I will, at some point, read this, because I try and read all of my special editions and make them mine. Like, I don't get them to be collector's items. I get them so that I can read them and have them on my shelves and have them look pretty. So, you'll notice this is more chatty than normal, and we are sitting, and part of that is because I was too lazy to stand. I just didn't feel like standing today. There's nothing wrong with me, I just didn't feel like standing. And also, like, I've had people say they like the chatty videos a little bit better, so I was like, you know what? This is a haul. Let's do that. So, I haven't even told you what any of these books about. So, Daughter of Smoke and Bone series is about Karou, and she grows up knowing that there are doors to other worlds, and so she lives partly in our world in Prague, and partly, like, in this, like, she's gone into this workshop that is in this other world because it's the door to the other world, but it's also partly, like she's never been outside of the workshop, basically, if I can get the words out. And so one day she goes back to the workshop to try and, like, return. She collects teeth. It's odd. You have to go with it. She collects teeth. You'll find out why later on in the book, but I don't want to spoil it. She collects teeth, and she's bringing these teeth to Brimstone to, like, do his thing that he does with the teeth, and then she discovers that it's been burned down. Like, it is no longer there. The door is gone. She cannot get in, so she spends the rest of the book trying to get back because that's her family. She's human, but that is her family. They're the ones who raised her, and they're not quite human. Like, they're all different kinds of chimera type creatures. The Curl Prince, if you have been living under a rock, is about Jude Duarte, and she grew up in Fairy, and everyone there hates her, so she decides that she is going to become a fairy knight so that she doesn't have to worry about everyone hating her because she will have the king's protection. And then she runs it, that kind of puts her in the crosshairs of Carden, who is the king's youngest son and has issues of his own, and so he decides that Jude is a great target for him to, like, bully because she's perfect. Anyways, there's a lot there, and it is I guess what's called a bully romance, and in a lot of ways I would probably not like there's so many ways that I would not like this story, and yet for some reason it worked for me in The Curl Prince because despite the power Carden has, like, they're both equally matched and they're both equally awful to each other in this first book, and it's a lot, and it's angsty, and the growth that happens between the two of them, it is the most beautiful rivals to lovers thing I have ever experienced. Anyways, so the next book I want to talk about is one from my December LitJoy crate, and that is Dangerous Alliance. This is basically about Lady Victoria Aston, and so her sister has gotten married, if I recall correctly. However, it turns out her sister's husband is not who she thinks she is, or thinks he is, and I don't know how it relates to him, but, like, her sister's husband is not the greatest, and then at the same time, her family loses all of their money, and so it's up to her to find a rich husband, and she loves Jane Austen, so she goes armed with everything she's learned from Jane Austen's novels to go ahead and try and find a husband. And so this sounds like it's right up my alley. I'm actually one of the co-hosts for Austen Anonymous when we do Pride and Prejudice, and so I feel like this would be a fun one to read around that time. We'll see. But I'm really excited. This is my last LitJoy crate book for a while, although I do still have, like, 4 unboxings that I need to, like, put on my channel. But it is my last one for a while because I'm trying to tighten up my finances. I'm trying to get some debt paid off. I'm trying to get to BookCon this year, and if I don't start making cuts, I will not be able to. So there's that. No? Sit there. All right. Speaking of Jane Austen inspired books, that leads perfectly into my book of the month YA pick, which is Hearts, Strings, and Other Breakable Things. This is a retelling of Mansfield Park. Yep, Mansfield, Massachusetts. I'm not entirely sure what else it's about, other than that I know it's a retelling of Mansfield Park, and Fanny Price could be my patron saint, because she and I are like twinsies, except several hundred years apart. Anyways, if you do not know what Book of the Month YA is, it is just a subscription service where they give you a choice every month of 5 books that you can choose from. You pick the one that's most interesting to you, they ship it to you free of charge, and then you get to read said book. I have been, this is part of the reason why I stopped doing Lit Crate, because I am paying $14.99 a month to get a book from them, but I do like the fact that I get to choose it. I do like the fact that I don't have to pay for shipping, and I also like the fact that, like, if there are other books on there that I like, I can add them on for like $9.99. I also am an affiliate if you are interested in any of that, so I'll have more details and any promo codes down in my description box if you want to check that out. Now we're going to go on to the books that people gifted me. I will start with gifts from friends because the rest of it is family. One of the books that I got from the lovely Brianna over at Coffee Books and Bullet Journals, and that is Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is on my wish list because I loved Illumine and Gemini, and I will probably love Obsidio, but I still have like 100 pages left to go, and I just realized that I need to restart it because I started that thing back in January and then I didn't finish it for some unknown reason. I don't know why. Please don't ask me. It was a year ago. I don't remember things that well. Anyways, so I'm gonna have to restart it, but I like the plots that they come up with, that despite the mixed reviews I've been hearing, I know that this is one that I will probably want to read. Also, it's a purple book, so like, why wouldn't I want this book? So the next book that I got from friends, I got from Kara over at Wild Book Garden, and that is Glory Happening by Caitlin B. Curtis. If you have not heard of Caitlin Curtis, she is a Native American Christian that I follow on, what is the bird site? Twitter. The fact that my brain went to the bird site before it went to Twitter says something about life and the people I hang around. Anyways, so this is partly, from what I understand, this is just kind of her reflections on how she, as a Native American, relates to God and to Jesus. And it's something that, like, I've been really working on examining my Christianity and the roots of what I believe, and like trying to separate what is actually like Christianity from what we have been teaching as theology and opinion. And over the last couple of years, I've really found that we teach theology as though it were the Word of God. Like, we teach people's opinions on the Bible as though they were actual facts, and sometimes they're not. I just have been on this journey of re-examining and reconnecting with my faith. A lot of people will call it decolonizing. And that is part of it, because there's a very imperial mindset in a lot of Christian culture. And so I'm trying to find out, like, what is popular culture, what is popular theology, and what is actually Jesus. And so this is one of the things that I wanted to read to kind of examine that. And the final one that I got, it was one of my most anticipated books of the second half of the year. I didn't actually end up making that video. It's fine. But that is The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. That's who it's by. I got this from Christine over at The Other Christine That Reads. If you have not checked out any of these people that I have mentioned, who are my lovely, lovely friends, make sure that you go in my description box and check out their channels. I'm not saying you have to follow them. I'm just saying that you might like them. You might like Brianna if you like contemporary books and a little bit of, like, she does graphic novels and that kind of stuff. You might like Kara if you like feminist works and you like fantasy, and especially middle grade, because she really is, she just hits the middle grade recommendations. You're gonna like Christine if you like snarky commentary, hard opinions. Like, she does not hold back. She will roast you, which makes me a little bit nervous about when she reads my book. She also really likes to do historical fiction. I love her because she'll sit down with historical fiction books and be like, this is why it is historically wrong, and I just live for that kind of stuff. Anyways, this is about a girl whose, I think her name isn't even Guinevere, but like, she comes as Princess Guinevere to marry King Arthur, but she's a changeling and there's magic involved, and she's supposed to be like protecting the king or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is it was a retelling of the Arthurian legends with a focus on Guinevere, and like, Guinevere got dealt a bad hand of cards, guys. Like, although if you do read the literature, you find that Guinevere actually decides that she loves Arthur the most anyways, if I remember correctly from what I have read. Like, there's the thing with Lancelot, but then, or am I thinking of Camelot the musical? No, I am pretty sure that in some of the poems there's stuff that backs that up. Maybe I'm thinking of the Tennyson poem, but I'm pretty sure there's somewhere in there that it actually backs up the fact that, like, yes, they have this misunderstanding, and she does in fact go and sleep with Lancelot and have an affair with Lancelot, which, looking at how kings behave, who's surprised that she maybe was looking for another guy to actually love her. But then they reconcile, and she decides that he is in fact her one true love in some of the poetic stuff. Granted, most of the stuff is written by dudes, so of course that's what she decides, but still. Anyways. You guys are getting all kinds of random rants. Okay, and so, going on to the books my brother bought me. Actually, no, my brother bought me, like, 2 of these, and then I think my friend helped pay for the 3rd one because I got gift cards from a couple of people, but one of the ones I got was The 12-Week Year by Brian P. Moran. I don't know much more than the fact that he just basically does a goal-setting thing in 12 weeks, and it's apparently you're more effective at getting your goals done. Friends have really, really liked this. They were doing this at my church, among the pastoral staff. I'm friends with one of the pastors there. And so I just was like, oh, okay, this sounds like a good, like, I've been eyeing it, and the fact that she liked it and thought it was a good system and she's using that system, I was like, okay, well, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this down on the bottom because no one actually cares about this book, because the next 2 are the most gorgeous. I finally, and part of this is because I was afraid the 2nd book was going to go out of print before I finally finished it, but I got the special editions of A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light. I already have the special edition of A Darker Shade of Magic. I got that a couple of years ago during, like, a Black Friday sale, but I love these books. I love the fact that, look at this, like, hold on. So it has this lovely rose gold cover, and then you open it up, and it has, this one is Stas Reskin. I don't remember what that means, but then it has all this fantastic, like, art on the inside. There's Lila being Lila. I love Lila and Kel. Lila and Kel are, like, 2 of my favorite fictional characters I have ever encountered. Like, if Percy and Annabeth didn't exist, they might be my favorite couple. Look at, I mean, like, look at this. Look at this. I want this on my wall, guys, okay? Look at that. And then we have Reese and Alucard and Holland looking like his emo self. He is like the trademark goth child. Anyway, so I have this, and let's see, what else is in the, I haven't looked underneath the cover of this one yet, either. So, anosh. It's fine. I'm fine. And no one is crying. And look at, oh my goodness, look at them. 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 There we go. And then we have all of that. Who do we have? We have Holland, and then Alucard, and Reese again. That's so freaking adorable. And then what do we have in the back? Because I haven't looked at it. Oh, it's oh my gosh. I'm fine. But look at this. It's Rye's parents. And then we have, I'm not entirely sure who those are. That's probably Holland. But look at this. There's spoilers for what happened. I don't know. I'm not gonna say. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. These are my children. I love them so much, even though Lila is problematic as can be. She is a disaster, and I love her anyways. Anyways, so I got these with money that I got from my brother and from my friend because, so, funny story, my brother, actually no, these are all with the gift card that I got my brother because he got me a lot. Instead of, like, doing a normal, like, $25 gift card, he felt guilty because he didn't get any gifts for me until the day before Christmas. So he went out and got, like, a $50 or $60 gift card for me. I was like, dude, I mean, if that's how you're going to do feeling guilty, you can feel guilty at all times. All right. We're almost done with the Christmas book haul. I got to get one more birthday thing. One last Christmas present, and then I'll talk to you about my birthday presents. So my friend got me this absolutely gorgeous, like, I've just had this sitting on my shelf like this. It is a mystery box where you just go through and you find all of the things to open. There's only 18, so you don't actually have to do it as an advent calendar type thing. I mean, it just keeps, look at this, it just keeps going until you get to the end, and, like, it's fantastic. I got all of the stuff out of it. If you want to see the unboxing of this, I just wanted to show you how absolutely, whoop, we're falling, just pretty this is. I know Harry Potter has its issues. I still love it. I especially love, like, I feel like I love the fandom more than I love the books, because the books are okay. I think Percy Jackson does a better job of representation and character and exploring the psyche of its main character and all of his fears and flaws and just general, like, just believe in yourself, my son. Please. Anyways, that was a Percy Jackson moment because we gotta have one of those in every video. Anyways, so I just wanted to show you guys this. If you want to see the unboxing and everything that came out of it, I will put a link down below for the reading vlog that I did for my birthday weekend. So that's, whoop. We're just gonna put this here. Also, because my brother knows me, he got me this fantastic Funkoverse strategy game. This is the one that does not have Catwoman because we thought that Batgirl was a better match for Batman than Catwoman, despite all of the literature in the last 30 years where she is like Batman's wife, basically. Anyways, so this was really fun. It's a little bit complicated as a game, and there are multiple ways to play it. We almost, like, broke up as a family because my father didn't like some of the special abilities that my character had because each of these different characters have different abilities, but it was really fun. And at some point, I'm going to get, because there is a, I don't think they have it on here, but there is a Catwoman and Robin version, and I don't know how we're going to do that because they have Catwoman as the bad guy in that version, and everyone knows she's not. Anyways, she's more like at the worst, she's an anti-hero. Most of the time, she's one of the good guys. Slightly suspect methods sometimes, but she's one of the good guys. Anyways, so we'll see how that works. It'll be fun to, like, just be like, you know what, Catwoman, we're gonna stick, I don't know, Batgirl on the Joker. No, that would be wrong. Ooh, Batgirl on the Joker. That's rude to Babs. And then finally, for my birthday, which this is fantastic, my parents got me a Kindle Paperwhite. This is one of the only things I actually asked for Christmas, but I also asked for tires because I'm an adult and I have bills and I'd rather not pay $500 for tires. So anyways, was not thinking I was going to get this. We were actually trying to see if we could get my dad's old iPad to be usable so I could use that with the Kindle app, which kind of defeated the purpose that I was wanting because I wanted something that didn't have the blue light coming at me, but there are filters you can do for that. Because I hate reading ebooks on my phone, and that's why I don't get to my ARCs as often, like my e-ARCs as quickly as possible. So anyways, like, one of the things I was like before I realized that tires would probably be a better request for my Christmas present, I did ask for this, and so my mother decided, it was funny because she went and she got this, and then I was like, oh no, we're gonna give her my iPad, and then the iPad didn't work because it's so old that no apps will work on that because they need like 13 and higher or whatever the operating. So anyways, so she went back out and got this for me, which I was surprised, was not expecting, but it is so nice to have this. I've actually already started an e-ARC on it, but that would be in my January haul because I didn't get it till January. So there's that, but I think it's called, what is it called? It's called Language for Cherries. It's going to be an interesting book. Anyways, so, those are all the books that I got in December. This is an abnormal month. Usually I get like maybe 3 or 4 books. I mean, we're in January and we're only on 3 books. And that's counting my book box book. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button if you are new here. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!